Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us tonight, Knox County Schools celebrating stronger student performance after the release of this year's TCAP results. District leaders say students showed growth across several subjects, with third graders outperforming the state average in English language arts. Nearly half of Knox County third graders met or exceeded expectations, and students across all grade levels also scored above the statewide average in English. Now, Knox County School Superintendent Dr. John Ricewick says the results reflect the hard work of students, teachers, and staff.
I would say as the superintendent, I'm always going to be pleased when we see gains. And again, to see gains in all three of the areas that we have data on, yeah, extremely excited. Mentioned the two before, to see 5% in third grade reading and a 5% eighth grade math. You know, those are kind of big markers for us, and it tells us we're doing the right thing. So yeah, extremely positive, feel great about those things. And again, can't say enough about the work our teachers and our principals are doing in the schools.
Dr. Ricewick also shared how KCS is focused on social studies and science education, from introducing a new inquiry-based curriculum to give students the chance to engage with primary documents. Next tonight on the Big 7 list, police are sharing what they believe to be the identity of a man found dead in North Knoxville yesterday. KPD preliminary reports identify him as 38-year-old Christopher Neely. As we reported, Neely was reported missing on June 11th after he reportedly left for work at the Burger King but did not make it. Now, police are still waiting for ID confirmation from the Regional Forensic Center. An investigation into the death is still active. Up next, Tennessee SNAP recipients can continue buying the same foods they always have, at least for now. A federal judge has temporarily blocked Tennessee's plan that would have restricted the purchase of some sugary foods and drinks using SNAP benefits. Tennessee was set to become one of the first states to limit some food purchases made through SNAP. The plan would have barred the use of benefits for certain, again, sugary foods and drinks as part of an effort to encourage healthier eating. But the judge ruled that the U.S. Department of Agriculture likely exceeded its legal authority to approve the restrictions, meaning SNAP benefits can continue to be used under the current rules while the case moves forward.
Honestly, I was a little scared because, I have picky kids. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, maybe it is a good thing, but then not really, because just taking it away, I feel like they should encourage people to buy healthy things instead of just trying to control what they buy.
Now, the ruling brought relief, but Wright says the debate has also made her think more about the foods she buys for her family. Next on the 7 for you tonight, Tennessee Valley Authority seeking public input on its 2026 Integrated Resource Plan, or IRP, which evaluates the region's ever-growing energy demand. TVA says it is a long-term study on how it will continue to provide reliable, low-cost energy for the next 20-plus years. Now, a spokesperson for TVA tells us this comes at a time of major changes. Outside of the growth in population, there has also been an increase in data center growth. Executive orders and the One Big Beautiful Bill Act playing a role as well on costs, availability, and requirements related to certain resources.
So we think as of right now, we're in a good position to meet the short-term demand increases that we see. But then from there, the IRP helps us take a look at how do we get to where it could be in 2040 and even 2050.
Brooks goes on to say in this resource plan, they are looking at more natural gas, new nuclear, and renewable energy options that could help meet future demands. Next on the 7, Dollywood Splash Country's 16th annual Water Safety Day was today. Take a look behind me there. This was the scene over at Dollywood Splash Country. You're looking at the world's largest swimming lesson, which was featured in the scenic Mountain Waves pool. It allowed for about a 30-minute long lesson, providing a fun educational setting to reinforce water safety skills for participating guests.
Water safety is never limited to how good of a swimmer you are, because you can be the best swimmer in the world and you still need to actively practice water safety. So it's really cool just to re-hone in on those skills and look out for each other in the water. And this is just one of those reminders and ways that we can be a great community partner here in East Tennessee.
Lowry says they hope to continue to break their record of participants from the year before. It's enrollment season for veterans and their families who are looking to start or grow a small business here in East Tennessee. And the Startup Training Resource to inspire veteran entrepreneurship or better known as Strive, is a free program being offered at Pellissippi State Community College's Blount County campus. The program is part of a partnership between Pellissippi and Syracuse University's Institute for Veterans and Military Families, and is open to all honorably discharged veterans and their spouses. Now, to be able to take part, 50% or more of the business must be owned by a veteran or a military spouse, like Onisha Dickens. She and her husband, David, a 28-year Marine veteran, own a Thai kitchen in Maynardville. She says the class is invaluable for military families like hers.
We don't get used to in the business world, but once you take this class, I mean, you learn slowly, and they don't move too fast for you. They'll give you the detail of each topic that you don't understand, and you have a question asked away, and they'll be able to help you. I really encourage them to do that.
Active duty service members with less than a year remaining before discharge and current or former members of the National Guard or Reserves are also eligible. Now, classes begin in September. 10 years after her death, Lady Vol basketball coach Pat Summitt's legacy still runs deep here in East Tennessee. Tonight, we're taking a look at the lasting impact she left, not only on Vol Nation, but really far beyond. With 8 national championships, trips to 18 Final Fours, and 5 Naismith Coach of the Year honors, Pat Summitt built the Lady Vols into one of the most respected programs in college basketball. She finished her 38-year career at Tennessee with more than 1,000 wins, but to so many, her impact went far beyond the final score. Pat Summitt was known for shaping strong women, challenging her players to lead in the classroom, and the community, and in life. Summitt died in 2016 after battling Alzheimer's. Now, a decade later, her legacy still lives on through those she inspired.
For Pat, it was everything that happened off the court that mattered just as much. She started the Pat Summitt Foundation right after she was diagnosed with her son Tyler. So, you know, a lot of people, you get that kind of diagnosis, you're going to retreat. You're not going to be in the public eye. She coached another season knowing the cameras were on her all the time. She's established a foundation. She put that disease front and center.
Pat also helped bring the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame to Knoxville, further cementing her impact on the game and helping honor generations of women in sports.